Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked, y'all. I'm still trying to. Yo, this. Well, first let's start off. This was a crazy. This was a very, very, very good Dynamite, bro. I enjoyed this Dynamite a lot, man. What's up with the chat? We gonna holler at the chat. Did y'all see that? Gregory, dog, did you fearfully confident? My man Rod. J Dub in the building. King. The Guardian in the building. Sir Smoke a lot. Did yo. Ah. Tony Khan threw one hell of a curveball. Can we say that? Bro threw one hell of a curveball, man. MJF getting basically squashed. MJF turned his back on Brody King. One of the most. This is like, look at this, bro. Hold on. Let me address the chat real quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Beep in the building. New generation. The usual suspects in the building. The Bobby Monsoon goons. What's up with y'all? Yo, what do y'all feel about that, man? AEW was solid. Billy, what's up, bro? Jordan, what's up, bro? Yo, Jordan. I got mixed feelings about that too. He threw a curveball, right? You know, I'm not mad at the curveball. Bro threw a curveball. This was an incredible Dynamite. At the end, I'm like, man, we starting at 10 p.m. Okay. MJF Brody King. I'm like, damn, I might have to slight way do a watch along. I know they're gonna do more than 15. You mean to tell me MJF? He turned. I'm gonna give you both of what I'm thinking, right? I'm gonna give you both of what I'm thinking. We all know we be outside, whether you going to the store, whether you going to work. Some of us being in altercations. As for us men, right? I only could give a man's perspective. If you're a man and you're about to get in an altercation with somebody, you're sizing this guy, you're sizing who. If I see somebody like Brody King in a gas station, anywhere, I see somebody like Brody King in my girl DMs, this is the last person I'm gonna turn my back to. I'm gonna be real. I don't care what type of martial arts I know. Mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing, UFC. I don't care what I know. Bruce Lee, Chung Lee, Jet Li. I see somebody like Brody King. I can have a pistol on me. I can have a shank. I can have whatever. You don't turn your back on somebody like Brody King. You just don't. Hangman Adam Page music comes on. The champion of the world, MJF, turns his back. Brody King winds up taking advantage, choking MJF out. MJF gets squashed. I can't even believe I'm saying this in a sentence. MJF gets squashed. And now we got Brody King versus MJF, February 14th. I don't know if I'm loving that. I love everything on Dynamite except for that. Now there's the other flip side, though. This is the flip side, y'all. How else? You only had a few options to go for MJF to fight Brody King because MJF had to win this match. Sure, it would have been a lot. It would have been better if they had a banger match and somehow he pulled off the win, the MJF, but would have been better if Brody King beats the world heavyweight champion and kind of takes away from whoever actually beats MJF for the world title. Say even if Andrade pulls it off, because that's not out the question. The way Andrade has been being booked since he stepped foot in WWE has been night and day. Night and day. Night and day. Somebody calls Kid Cudi. Andrade and Kenny Omega fed families for years tonight. Tony Khan's booking that man how he should have been booked the second he walked in the door. But let's just get back to Brody King and MJF. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. But I also could feel Tony Khan on not having many options to get the February 14th. What other options did you have? You got a situation where Brody King took advantage of MJF, you know what I mean, not paying attention, okay. If they had a banger match, it would have took away from whoever beat MJF, okay. I mean, I don't know. I gotta see how the chat feel, man. I'm torn between it, man. I'm torn, man. Let me see what the chat's saying, man. Hold on. Official Ray. Yo, Ray, what's up, man? Jason Voorhees. We got Jason Voorhees. AEW, at least fun to watch, man. Nah, that's a fact. Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. What's up? We got my man King of, I'm gonna just say King of Michael, Cyberism in the building. What up, bro? Naked Dry Chicken with the $2. AEW provides the steak, pork, and beef in wrestling. Nah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Jose, what's up, bro? F Ice and F Phrases, Blood Money Mega, F Fan. Let's go, Brody King. Nah, yo, they was saying F Ice crazy in there, dog. That was, and you see Tony Schiavone, he didn't even acknowledge it. That was crazy, man. Andrade being booked as AEW champion. That's a fact, Gregory. Buzz says mock squash Punk and it was great. Yeah. Delayed grats in the building. MJF getting squashed just made the Grand Slam much less predictable. Delayed grats, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know about that, man. Cause yeah, he squashed MJF, but come on. We know in the Grand Slam, you know when you gotta go 20 minutes with MJF, Brody King. It ain't gonna end up like that, man. But you do got a point. It's like that. What is gonna happen? You never know with Tony Khan squashing. I always tell y'all, I think MJF is my favorite wrestler between all companies. I think I can't name one wrestler that's in their 20s, especially, that's on that level. You know what I mean? We're talking about Roman Reigns, CM Punk type level when you got the full package. Cut promos, in-ring ability, just got the it factor. You can't name too many people, man. MJF getting squashed, kind of crazy. I gotta see what it does for Brody King, though, man. He squashed MJF. You got that on your belt, cool. Now you're gonna have a banger with MJF February 14th. You're gonna lose that one, but damn, is he? What if bro pulled off the curveball of the century? Have Brody King beat MJF? Even though we know it's not gonna happen, it's at least it's on the table, man. Seriously, dog. My man Deck in the building, Cody my man Scooter in the building. You know, after the squash comes an ass. No, that's a fact. Brody King, they're gonna have a banger. But MJF is gonna prove why he's MJF, man. MJF is gonna prove why he's MJF. But yo, even though I didn't love it, I gotta be honest, man. If I'm in the creative room talking to Tony Khan, I'm agreeing there's not too many other ways you could go with this, bro. Seriously, man. He had to pick one. That was the way to go, you know what I mean? I probably would have did it a little bit different than Hangman Music coming out. I don't know what I would have done, to be honest, but yeah, man, we got Brody King to the dance, so that's the important thing, man. OZ said Brody King is everything. KKK thinks Gunther is. Oh my God. My man OZ said he think Brody King is everything Gunther is, man. This is Danielson Sheamus level of a squash. Facts. My man Derek with the $2. I always drink lukewarm beverages. F ice. Damn, my man with a bar. That's a bar. I drink lukewarm. Well, maybe you should have said I always drink room temperature beverages. F ice. That's hard, bro. Swerve versus Omega. Yo, new generation, yeah. King Romeo, what's up, bro? What's up with you, man? My man, hold on, McDaniel in the building. So, Bobby, Grayson Waller, the masked man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We'll talk about that later. Probably. We might not. I ain't gonna lie. I can't talk about Grayson Waller, dog. Like, I can't even talk about. Yo, that's I seen that. I'm just like, I started shaking my head. But man, Dynamite was a solid show. Now look, I'm calling it. If my man Chris Kyle is in the building, I'm calling it. Dynamite might do another 600K. Remember what I said last week? Tony Khan has to, what he pulled off last week, he has to pull it off this week. And no, you can't have a Tommaso Ciampa surprise every week, but you got to figure it out. The curveball last week, Tommaso Ciampa, great. The curveball this week was Brody King and MJF. Whether you liked it or not, it left you like, yo, everybody in the chat, yo, feel me. Blake, what's up, bro? Everybody in the chat, feel me on this, yo. What's missing in wrestling from back in the day to right now? I know it's a billion things, but one main thing I would say, and let me know if you agree with me. When you're finished watching a wrestling show, you want the feeling of what's going to happen next week. When you watch wrestling back in the day when there was no internet, it was no highlights soon as the wrestling thing go off. Why the wrestling thing going off? Remember when you missed wrestling, you had to go to school on Tuesday? If you missed it, you had to get filled in. Yo, man, Stone Cold did this and whatever. You leave Dynamite tonight like, you slight way like, man, I might got to tune in Collision. Because you think Chris Statlander going to give the stipulation for her match. She give a tackler, they're going to run it back. Dog, I'm telling you, dog, he's been working to make sure you have to tune in Collision to follow up on some stories. I'm already sucked in the Tommaso Ciampa story. I got to see, I think he's in a triple threat match with Claudio Castagnoli, Tommaso, and somebody else. I can't think. But yeah, dog, like, he's throwing the seeds that you have to, this is still a television show, a weekly episodic television show. At the end of the show, you have to feel like, man, I have to tune in next Wednesday. When you see that happen, I have to hear the promo, MJF gonna cut Wednesday. Facts, bro. Andrade versus Omega, yo, buzz. That was fire. That was fire, bro. Rich, man, good looking for the $10. Like Dynamite, show was fire, but I think MJF should have went longer. Maybe Hangman could have got involved more before the bell to protect him more. Anyway, GS Australia looks awesome. Yo, AEW, my AEW sickos. I'm having conversations with the old lady. Oh, what you mean, Bobby Monsoon? The GS is on Valentine's Day. I'm telling her, look, you might got to order you a pizza. I might got to bring your flowers early. Dog, I thought I had the night off. This show is going to look fire. We might got to chop it up on Valentine's Day, man. You know, I was already here New Year's Eve. I was already here damn near Christmas. You know, I don't care what day. If there's content to be made, the people want me to show up, I got to show up. Grand Slam is looking like, I might have to pull up for that. We have to talk about that. We got the hair versus hair match. Who Andrade facing? Damn, I gotta look at the joint. Andrade for going for he's not going for the title. Andrade versus Hangman. The winner goes for the title. We got some things cooking up. Hold on, let me get the super chat. Yeah, good looking, Rich. Yo, I agree 100%. My man Wolf in the building. Make sure y'all follow Wolf. He got a channel. I think they should go all the way with Andrade and do MJF versus Andrade at Revolution. Yo, Wolf, that's the obvious way to go. Andrade, MJF, Revolution. Now, I'm going to be mad. You know, I told y'all I was trying to go to Evolution. I was trying to, man. My bank account ain't looking too good, man. I ain't going to lie, dog. But, man, you know, if I don't go, you know the same thing applies, man. I'm going to be here. We're going to chop it up. I'm going to cover it, man. Andrade versus MJF at Revolution, the first pay-per-view of 2026. I guarantee we'll see one of the greatest matches of all time. Andrade know what time it is. Win, lose, or draw, Andrade has never been... Well, I can't say that. They said Andrade was being booked strong back in the day when he first got to AEW. But I think this run is different. I think Andrade got a definite chance when he goes against MJF. I think he has a definite chance of going over. If Andrade beats MJF, I don't see nobody complaining like that. You're going to have a few people here or there, but who going to say Andrade didn't deserve it? Who going to say the Don Callis family shouldn't have the AEW championship around our waist? Who going to say that? My man Don Callis with the screwdriver. Carnage, what's up with you, bro? OZ said instead of Hangman coming out there as music, we know you prefer it was the man. Yo, imagine that. Yo, what if Tony Khan trolled WWE instead of Hangman? The Masked Man came out, attacked MJF. Yo, that would have been hilarious, dog. My man Hill's in the building. Why is Iwar? Wow. Hills Advocate taking a shot at the AEW. He said, why is Ivar from the War Raiders holding the AEW title? Why? Damn, my man Hills with the shot, man. What's up, bro? Blake says solid consistency for the weekly shows. Yeah, and especially this second week. Last week and this week, extremely consistent, and I'm willing to debate where we could have a conversation with anybody who thinks different about AEW these last 2 weeks. I could stand on these last 2 weeks 10 toes, dog. Real rap. Naked Dross chicken with the 5,000. If Brody King raises in the potato salad, I bet he throw that like a MJF. If Brody King saw raisins, in the potato salad. No, that's crazy. That's crazy, yo. Josh said they showed an all. Yeah, we gonna get over that, Josh. We gonna go over that. The Osprey promo for real, man. Hold on, bro. Looks like the I can't wait until AEW comes to Texas. Yeah, yo, RX, what's up, bro? AEW Texas is different, man. AEW Texas is different, bro. We got news to cover, but AEW cooked so much tonight. It's like, damn, man. This, if you watch WWE, this is our second time seeing this. One with the first time with Dragon Lee, this time with MJF. Man. Andrade versus Hangman. There's no way Hangman is gonna win this match, y'all. If I wish they had bet. I'm not a bettor, right? I'm just not a gambler. Like I hate gambling, actually, man. Just because I feel like I always get screwed over, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like, literally, if you ever want to see Floyd Mayweather lose, have me bet on Floyd Mayweather. That day, he's guaranteed to lose. Anything that's guaranteed to happen, I feel like as soon as I put money on it, it goes the opposite way. But if you could bet on wrestling, I put the house Andrade is beating Hangman. Let's be clear. He knows what the AEW sickos want, man. I'm not a sicko, but I'm a extended family member, and he knows what we want. Andrade versus MJF. Nobody wants to see Hangman versus MJF. Hangman is still solid. Hangman cool. I feel like Hangman might be in limbo a little bit. Like, you running around with the Trios Championship. I haven't seen him around Jet Speed. I haven't seen Jet Speed. You know what I mean? I don't even know why they have the Trios Championships. They need to just drop him to the Rascals or somebody else, to be honest. Hangman, it seems like he's a little bit in limbo, man. Hangman had his time last year, bro. Right now, Andrade got the momentum. Andrade got the time. And then even with Tony Khan, he's booking Andrade. Somebody could already have aura, right? But when you book somebody, it's like, it's the little things that matter. What you talk about, Bobby Bassoon? Dog, the women showing up for Andrade, that he's taking the picture, it's the smallest things that matter. You don't need this grand, intricate storyline to put a character over a lot of the times. Just the small, intricate things that matter. Him starting off in a big t-shirt, him taking his shirt off so the women could scream. Dog, you're building. Andrade already has aura, but the language barrier, dog, you need things like that. It's so imperative to help build the aura. He has Don Callis in his corner, bro. Like, I love how Andrade is being booked right now, man. I love how bro being booked right now, dog. And they in Sydney too. This crowd is going to be going crazy the whole night. They're gonna be going crazy the whole night, man. What? Gregory, you said Andrade being pushed too hard. Come on, man. I disagree. Hangman wins, so MJF can decimate him. Come on, fairly confident. You want to see Hangman? I do not want to see Hangman and MJF, man. It's just, I feel like Hangman I'm like Hangman. That's my man. But Andrade got the momentum. What does Andrade do if he loses the Hangman? Then what does he do? Like I never see Andrade had a momentum like this, man. Mendez says we have seen MJF and Hangman quite a bit already. Bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We need something fresh. It's 2026. We seeing a man that was well deserving finally get even this close. This is night and day the way WWE is booking Andrade. Andrade was being paired with Rey Fenix and losing, not even getting close to the tag team championships when they were having a lot of great matches. They were having some of the best matches as a tag team, wasn't even getting close to the tag team championships. Andrade did a 7-match. They went 7 games, Andrade and Carmelo, with 0 payout. They just did just imagine the finals. You get 7-game series and you get absolutely nothing, and it's the finals. What's the name says Andrade time. All right, Gregory, I feel you. Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment. Make sure y'all get the likes up or whatever. Let me see. Let me see where we at with the likes real quick. We at 77. Let's try to get 100 likes in the chat, man. Hey, Bobby. What's up, J-Rock? Would you agree that AEW has better looking titles as well? 100%. 100%. That AEW championship is fire, bro. If it wasn't so much, I probably would have got it. The book at Andrade is super strong. Yeah, that's a fact. I bought a Brody King neck snoozer for my sleep apnea. Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, yo. This is how you build tour. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hey, hold on, chat. I had to bring my weighted belt that I used to squat. Y'all see him in the chat? We got Chris Robeson in the chat. Give it up to Chris Robeson, y'all. We pulled out the big boy for you, Chris. Hold on. Cause I be seeing you in my comments trolling me, bro. I see you in my comments. Usually I have the small belt. Usually I have the Louis belt. We got the big one for you, Chris. Hold on. We got the weighted belt for you, man. Hold on. You gonna get on timeout. But before that, Chris, I'm gonna need you to just turn around for me, Chris. Turn around one time. We gonna put you on timeout for I'll see you sometime tomorrow, Chris, all right? Hold on, we got you right here. He says you get married to Tony Khan. He keeps saying I'm glazing AEW. Hold on, man. We gonna put you on timeout, Chris, for about 24 hours, man. But before we do that, watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth. You get the big belt today. You get the big belt today. But what you say about Tony Khan? What you say about the Don Callis family? You get beat with the weighted belt today, boy. Now, Chris, you go into timeout and you think about something other than Bobby Monsoon and the Bobby Monsoon goons. You go into timeout and you figure out a way to stop spending all your mother's money on the Jergens lotion, on the Vaseline. Put the Vaseline down, sir. I'm pretty sure you can't wait to Crackdown, so you could share, so you could root for me, Chin, or you could root for whatever jobbers on the show. I try to forget about the whole roster. But let me get back to Andrade, man. That man. That man is cooking. Yeah, I had to get the weighted belt. I had to bring the big boy out. Oh my god. But nah, man. Yo, my bad. No, I've been waiting to get Chris Robinson. Now he a big fan of the channel, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Oh my God, hold on, bro, hold on. Let's get back on the AEW side. They said this is graphic content? How? Bro. Darby Allin. Gabe Kidd. Did y'all hear what Gabe Kidd said to Darby Allin? Bro, Gabe Kidd was like, see you in hell. I'm checked in 2 doors down. Dog, they took Darby Allin, threw him in the trunk, kidnapped him, ran through Las Vegas, put him on top of the car, had dragging him through the desert, left him in the desert. That was fire. What he say? He said, see you in hell. I'm checked in 2 doors down. Bro, that line was fire, bro. Gabe Kidd, let me tell y'all. Yo, I promise you, dog. The way they shot this was so great. This is the thing, what I like about AEW. He shot this on the phone. Gabe Kidd had he did a handheld shot. It wasn't this cinematic thing. Even though they nailed the cinematic thing with Darby Allin and Jon Moxley, he just shot this part on the phone. Yo, man, just talking crap, dog. This is when you say this is cinema, like they say, dog, this is exactly what it is. Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin. I was done with this. I wanted Darby Allin to move on. He got to see Gabe Kidd at Revolution. They got to end it at Revolution. And not only that, they got to have some type of stipulation, bro. I don't know if the loser just has to leave AEW. I don't know what they're going to do. But Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin, that will be the match at Revolution. That's gonna be crazy, man. Sting to save Darby. They left Darby with the snakes. Now that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. He said, "Please play Blame It on the Book," and I got you. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, Dad. Yeah, we had 100. I got you. Make Chris go out and grab a set. No, that's hilarious. Yo, OC funny. Gabe Kidd and Clark Connor are NJPW War Dogs, which is basically the Death Row. Oh, okay. Nick said another free pay-per-view. Yo, Nick, that's a fact, bro. February 14th is another free pay-per-view, period. The last, you ever heard, like, Tony Khan cooks on when he gets the opportunity to do on these free pay-per-views. Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd will go crazy. And I want Tony Khan to wait. Don't rush this for GS. We don't need to rush this for the 14th. I could wait till Revolution. I feel like they could really build this up with Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd. Fire storytelling, fire booking, man. Like, yo, look at this. Hold on, we gotta listen to this real quick, man. This show was fire, dog. They caught bro coming out the jaw. Hold on. Let's go. They caught bro coming out the jaw, threw him in the trunk. Bro skating. He thought it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Nah, get in the trunk. Oh man, that's fire, bro. That's fire, man. I love how they're being booked, man. We might get Drilla Manoli too. Dan, who's that? Unknown Soldier said, "Who is who ever plays the beat is my guess. This was so well done." Whoa, Mox said Takeshita. Yeah, we got Mox and Takeshita for the AEW Continental Championship. If you ask me, Takeshita gonna take that. Takeshita might need to take that. Then we do Takeshita and Okada run it back at AEW Revolution. They have a month to build that story up. They can run it right back. Man. I can see it go either way. I can see Moxley taking it. Moxley been on a great run. You know what I mean? Moxley been holding down that title. But I think Moxley already lost to him in the tournament, so we'll see how that goes. Sherry says, "What's up, Sherry? Do you know what you are talking about? Keep watching WWE like always." I don't know what you're talking about, Sherry. Kobe said Darby thought he was Arthur walking down the street until nah, fat bro came through on a skateboard. Nah, man, get in this truck, man. Go in the desert and go holler. Go figure it out from there, man. Fire, man. Mox versus Takeshita is gonna be fire, dog. Man, what else we got? Will Ospreay, man. He had a vignette. He let people know the surgery was successful. That's crazy. I got similar rods. The rods he got in his neck is the rods I kind of got in my elbow. That's kind of crazy. But man, that's neither here nor there. When Ospreay come back, man, the title picture just looks different, dog. Ospreay, man. A lot of people would say this is the face of AEW. A lot of people will say that. Ospreay at the top, man. MJF, Swerve Strickland. AEW, it will be firing on all cylinders. Kenny Omega is looking. Even Don Callis said it. I was talking to Don Callis, then he said it publicly. Kenny Omega look the best he's looked in years. The best he's looked in years. Even though he lost the match to Andrade, oh my God. Bro looks like he hasn't missed a step, hasn't lost a beat. What illness? What sickness? Bro look 100% healthy, dog. So, bro, we gonna have, all in this year is gonna be memorable, man. Josh said, bruv, coming back. That's a fact. The aerial assassin, man. The aerial assassin, dog. I can't. Ospreay, one of my favorite, man. It's like, honestly, MJF is my favorite, right? But Ospreay is literally right here, man. Ospreay is right there, bro. I always loved Ospreay, and he's one of the people, like I say, Darby Allin, John Moxley. You know what I mean? He's always going to give you your money's worth. When you buy a ticket to watch Will Ospreay, you're going to feel like you got your money's worth. I don't even know where you put him in at the storyline, though. You know what I mean? It depends who has the title by the time he comes back, man. I seen that, Cat. I seen that. AEW Collision did $500K. What? AEW Collision did $500K? And remember what I kept saying. Collision's kind of growing on me. Tony Khan is, every week I feel like it's one thing where I'm like, damn, maybe I got to tap into Collision on Saturday. I got to tap into Collision whether it was Andrade coming back, but it was squash matches. Whether it was a Tommaso Ciampa first match. Whether it was a storyline, you know what I mean, that you got to watch Collision to get the rest of the storyline. Tony Khan is really putting focus on getting them Collision numbers up. For Collision to do $500K, that was an incredible number, man. Ospreay would join the Callis family to get what? Roshi said, Ospreay would join the Don Callis family. Man, to be honest though, I don't see Ospreay as a heel. I don't see Ospreay joining the Don Callis family. He's just so over as a babyface. Ospreay. No matter what he do, you're always going to have an arena full of people say that when he comes out, man. I heard about AJ Styles. David said in 4 months, Collision finna do 700. David been in the trenches with Collision, bro. He been watching Collision when nobody was watching. I know you happy about that, David. Yeah, man. David said Dynamite finna do $900K in 8 months. That's crazy, man. Homer says, wonder if NXT or Dynamite beat the Raiders. Yeah, I give it a few months. Dynamite is gonna beat NXT. Yeah, I mean, and you see SmackDown, they was at like 1.2 million. viewers. So man, Crackdown just has so much longer to go, man. Osprey keeps the Osprey. Is Will coming back soon? Yeah. Nah, he's coming back. Yeah, he's definitely coming back. Mark should be in the family. I've been riding with Collision since day. Damn, for real, delayed grats. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I just started tapping in. Like, actually, my first AEW show was at Collision. Yeah, I will pull it up on my phone. But yeah, my first AEW show was at Collision. You know what I mean? I didn't like I wasn't the biggest fan of the show, to be honest. But Collision came a long way, man. I ain't even gonna cap. Collision definitely came a long way. Yo, think about the GS. We got the hair versus hair match. They say it's Tony Storm might be looking like Britney Spears after this. Man, she said she gonna make what's the name look like when she done with, if she pinned Marina Shafir gonna look like John Moxley. Now I know everybody knows who's winning this match though, right? Osprey is gonna pin Willa Yuta, and Willa Yuta is gonna have to get his hair cut. You know what I mean? That's the only way for it to go. Now, once again, we could get a curveball from Tony Khan. Tony Khan could have Orange Cassidy cut his hair, right? Then I've been doing some research. Orange Cassidy kept the same gimmick for a very, very long time. I wouldn't be surprised if Orange Cassidy does a little what's that nerd? Re-event. I wouldn't be surprised if Orange Cassidy is at the point of reinventing himself. Remember, I was asking, was Orange Cassidy, was he ever that guy? Y'all told me he won the TNT title. He never won the big one. But man, Orange Cassidy could use a revamp, or, you know what I mean? But I think it's pretty obvious that Willa Yuta is going to get his hair cut, and Willa Yuta will get revamped, and I think that'll be interesting, man. Yuta needs a haircut. He must have hella life. Yo, that's hilarious, yo. Slave to the System says any one of them could get their heads shaved, honestly, yeah. And like I say, yo, I said this before. Remember, I said this before. Remember the last guy in AEW that shaved his head. Remember what happened to the trajectory of his career. That's why this is important. This not just you shaved your head. Like in WWE, you shaved your head, you're probably going to get jobbed out the rest of the career. And it will probably happen if you kept your hair. But man, Kyle Fletcher was the last person that shaved his head, that people stopped comparing him to Will Ospreay. People started comparing him to more of Randy Orton, but then he just grew into his own, man. So either Willa Yuta or Orange Cassidy will be going by. I think it's obvious is Willa, if you ask me, man. Tangerine Cassidy. Marina Shafir is one of my copycat. Marina Shafir is fire, bro. He's fire, man. Vader, who is who? ESPN is fed up with the Fed. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Yo, isn't it crazy how ESPN stopped doing them ratings too? That's kind of crazy. All right, let me see what else happened. Damn, yo, what we doing with Swerve, bro? Swerve Strickland. It seems like, he's never really out of the title picture, but for right now, he's not getting a title shot at Revolution. So you got all February, basically all March. Swerve Strickland is not going to be in a title picture. I feel like when Hangman Adam Page loses to Andrade at the GS, he's not going to be in a title picture. I think there's a clear path to reunite this feud, dog. Let's run that Hangman and Swerve back. But yo, now I'm thinking about it. Swerve kind of had heat with Kenny Omega at the end of Dynamite, so maybe they go with Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, which would be a banger. But yo, I don't know how y'all feel. Swerve versus Kenny, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Benta. Yo, this one, I don't know how y'all feel, dog. I need that Demon Swerve back, man. I need that Demon Swerve. I need that Swerve that was beefing with Hangman. Swerve, he been cool. He been running around with the chain, but I just need something, man. I need him to take it to that next level, man. I need somebody to really for him to really hate, for him to really feud with, man. Could it be Kenny Omega? It might, man. Swerve versus Kenny gonna be effing insane. Yeah, Swerve and Kenny gonna be insane. Swerve and Kenny gonna be insane, especially if they tell they're gonna tell the story the right way. But I want Swerve to, people love Kenny Omega, man. The music, I haven't Kenny no what, yo, he got one of the best musics ever. Bang! Kenny, one of the best, bro. That's why I need Swerve to get in that bag, man. If he gonna go at it with Kenny, which just seems like the direction they gonna go with, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna need Swerve to get in that bag. I need him to start pulling on the heartstrings of the fans. We doing too much dance. It's too much in between. We don't know if he's heel, babyface. We don't know, man. We need him to get in that bag he was with Hangman. Swerve takes over the Ops. Yo, whatever happened to the Ops? Swerve is better heel. Facts. I think he's better heel, man. I think he's better heel. I mean, he could go either way because you got the Who's House chance. That's always going to be over. But, yeah, I honestly think it could go either way with Swerve, man. It depends on who it is. With Kenny, he's going to have to get in that heel bag. MJF and Swerve will be legendary. Yeah, it would. Swerve in his own version of Cycle. Yeah. MJF and Swerve will be cool, but, he out the picture. He's out the picture for all of February, all of March. Maybe in April, maybe, but yeah, man, I don't see a pathway for him as far as the AEW title, man. So I think for Swerve, the next few months, we need to get him in some type of blood feud storyline, man. We need that back from Swerve. MJF versus Mark Briscoe. Bobby allegedly Keith Lee is clear, and they wait for it to bring him back. Oh, why? Somebody said, "What happened to?" Somebody said, "What happened to Whiskey's nothing?" Oh my God, that's hilarious, man. Yo, what we doing with the Death Riders, man? Death Riders taking a L to the Don Callis family. I don't know. I'm wondering what's gonna go on with the Death Riders, man. Like, now they turned babyface. I mean, they're cool, but I don't know, man. I'm missing that. I feel like they've been, whether you win or lose, it's whatever. But it's just the storylines has just been like, I don't get nothing. Remember when they was on Darby Allin top? You know what I mean? They tried to kill Darby Allin. They had the AW joint in a briefcase. John Moxley trying to get the joint back. Now they're babyface. It seems like they're a little bit stuck in limbo, man. Pac, it's like, look how Pac looks. He's sitting down. His head is down. I'm thinking he's about to take over the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli. They might still be planting the seeds because think about it. Claudio and Pac, even Shafir could be like, "Yo, bro, Death Riders haven't been the same since you started this BS, went babyface and all of that, man." The seeds could still be planted for them to put the knife in Moxley back, man. Claudio should backstab. Yo, Fade 007, that's a fact, man. Somebody said Noise Keys, Prince. Yo, that's a fact. Claudio got to do something, bro. Seriously, or Pac. You know what I mean? It's just like, they're cool, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm used to the Death Riders being in a top storyline or being on somebody that's making it compelling, man. Imagine Darby Allin turns heel. Yo, Little Mayo, it's hard, man. Like, yeah, some people, it's so hard for them to turn heel. Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, even a Swerve Strickland, even though he could play a really, really good heel and he could pull it off, everybody's still gonna chant Swerve House. Everybody's still gonna do the dance. Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Let me see what Yo, let me tell you this, dog. L. Klein is this man is underrated, bro. It might be the most underrated acquisition in the Don Callis family. I see somebody tweet that, and I agree 100%, man. I agree with that 100%. It's just I don't know what we're doing with Don Callis versus the Death Riders. It's cool, but it's like I don't feel like they hate each other. You know what I mean? uh, we don't need to rush these things. That's a fact. That's a fact. El Klein is different, bro. That's a fact. Just imagine Bobby Masood turns heel. That's funny. But yeah, El Klein is different, bro. Low key, bro is different, man. And man, I'm liking what he's doing, man. Clown is definitely official. Facts, dog. He been cooking on Dynamite. He been cooking ever since he first came in. They took the light C on him. A lot of people didn't like that. I ain't have a problem with it, bro. I'm liking what he doing, man. Now him and Takeshita. I ain't gonna lie. It makes sense to put the trio tag team titles on these guys, dog. Rather than Jet Speed and what's the name? Jet Speed and Hangman. Where's Okada? Okada was just on Collision. He just had he basically had a match, a squash match on Collision. Not a squash match, but yeah, man, he just beat somebody on Collision. He's still around though. Who was El Klein, bro? Royce B. Somebody said Royce B's. Nah, El Klein, he yeah, man. Who's the boy? Who's the? Damn, I forgot the guy name. The guy in the blue. I forgot the guy in the blue name. He's supposed to be the evil version of him. Let me see what else. Let me see what else we got out here. Oh yeah, damn. Hold on. Let me see if I read through every. Yo, it felt like Dynamite. Oh yeah, we got Ricochet. Ricochet in the building. Ricochet and Jack Perry, fire match. Ricochet proved why he's the national champion. Ricochet smart too, bro. He knew he had a match tonight, man. He set the internet in an uproar. We're going to have to talk about Ricochet tweets. Because I cannot believe I'm actually hearing debates about what this man tweeted, bro. We're going to talk about it. Oh, my God. We got Triple GPT on a Wednesday night. Yo, bro said mid-show tonight to get us ready for the 3-hour back on Friday. Oh, I can't wait for Cody Rhodes and Fraxia. Tommaso left Johnny all up. Yo, this dude called Dynamite, man. Yo, that is hilarious, dog. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, dog. That is hilarious. Yo, it's so funny. If this was me and Triple GPT, what was Monday Night Raw we just see, man? Oh, I forgot. We did have a Roman and a Punk thing. But man, yo, that's such a funny ass joke, yeah. Bobby, you watch Ring of Honor? Nah, not like that. Not like that. Megan Bay. Oh yeah. Hold on, we gonna get on Ricochet because I really want to talk about the tweets he had. But damn, bro, hold on, man. I forgot to even talk about this, dog. Megan Bayne. Penelope Ford. Is this Penelope Ford? Her fucking do I got that right? I can't even remember who was our tag team partner. And the Babes of Wrath. Remember, I wanted Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir to win the titles in the tournament. They didn't do that. I think the Babes of Wrath lose the titles at the GS. Mega Bad, that's fire. I don't care what nobody say. I'm putting Mega Bad over the Bella Twins every day of the week in 2026. Bro, I don't understand why we have the Bella Twins at WWE, but Mega Bad, I'm liking that, man. Raw, we had a Inception with Steph and Raquel, Punk and Roman segment, and a Groove and Troll. I'm a WWE fan. Yeah, Raw was bad. Down with the thickness. Yeah, bro. Facts. I think this is gonna be a fire match. I think Babes of Wrath gonna drop the titles. It's time for Mega Bayne, you know what I mean? To start going up, man. Mega Bayne is fire, man. But yo, let's talk about these what's the name? We got to talk about these Ricochet tweets, bro. Ricochet went off. Yo, I cannot. Let me try to find this joint. I cannot believe people are actually talking about. Let's go over these tweets from Ricochet, man. Hold on. Let me try to. I'm gonna take my. Well, nah. You know what? Let me do it like this. Uh, Hold on. We're gonna go over these tweets from Ricochet, man. To be honest, for the life of me, I don't understand this guy getting backlash for saying any. I don't. I'm really trying to. Am I bugging, chat? I'm trying to detect one thing that this guy said that isn't accurate. He said same thing. What he said? They took my love, they, of course, the Fed, took my love for pro wrestling away. I'll never forget how I felt walking into work every week, and the platform was only to make other people look great at my expense. People like Logan Paul. Remember, he kind of made Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble with that spot when they both did that flying thing off the rope. And I told them, I'd rather quit and go back to the Indies and make whatever I make than come back there next week. Think about what this is. This dude will quit the biggest professional wrestling. How bad does the creative have to be for Ricochet wanting to quit WWE? Go back to the Indies. He probably would rather work for free than be on Raw on Netflix. It makes no sense. He said, many discovered me at a time where my talents and legacy were being taken advantage by the company that really didn't care about me. However, more people have been following me since before WWE and appreciate what I could bring and what I could do. No longer want to watch. So the people that actually like Ricochet, remember when he was having the banger matches in the Indies? I think he was at it with Shinsuke and I don't remember a lot of them matches. Well, I never even seen a lot of matches before, but I knew Ricochet on the Indies, even when he had the mask, was fire on the Indies. Goes to WWE, he does his thing on NXT. You're supposed to go to the main roster and become a star. You go to the main roster and get completely jobbed out. Shinsuke, Finn Balor, Ricochet. Then he says, they don't have it for, even when I won the IC and US title, they meant nothing. The Intercontinental Championship, he won it. It means nothing. The US Championship, he won it. It means nothing. But you know what title Triple H gave a guy like Ricochet? There you go, kid. Give him the speed title. Like, you could see it all in Ricochet's face. Like, bro, this is a load of crap. Is this dude blind? Does this dude not know? Have you ever seen Ricochet wrestle? You have to be a complete idiot to throw somebody like Ricochet in anything that's only lasted. How long are them speed matches? 1, 2, 3 minutes? Ricochet in a 3-minute match is a joke. That's literally, would you put Ospreay in a 3-minute match? Would you put Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita Okada, Kenny Omega in a 3-minute match? Then you got Michael Cole running around saying, Io Sky's the greatest wrestler ever. What program are you watching? The speed title is a joke. You can see it all on Ricochet. Yo, and Ricochet, you should have known this, right? Yo, chat, what's different about this pick? You got the finger poke of doom right here, right? But he did something different with Ricochet. Look what he did with the left hand. Put the knife, the imaginary knife, right in Ricochet's back. He put the knife right, yo, see this? His left hand, right there. Finger pointed doom, one hand. The other hand, the knife right in his back. Yo, you can't make this up. Yo, somebody said the speed down. That was funny. Red Dark Side. You funny, bro. Rated RKO said it's coming off like a X who... Yo, look. Hold on. Respect the rated RKO. He said it's coming off like an ex who can't stop talking about their last relationship. Ricochet should focus more on making AEW must see. Yo, rated RKO. Now, I respect your opinion, bro. And I respect your comment. I'm going to just give you my take. Because I understand what you're saying. I understand. Rated RKO said, bro, you're like an ex that can't get over your relationship with WWE. Oh, you got a point there, bro. But then you got to understand the flip side of it. This is not a guy that thought about being a wrestler like, you know what I mean, last week or last year. You're talking, look at Ricochet physique, bro. This is a guy that obviously is obsessed with going to the gym, obsessed with staying at a certain body fat, being at top tier. Dog, do you see? We see moves we never seen. Wrestling is a sport that's been around for over 40 years, 50, 60, this whole time. Dog, we see moves we never seen before from Ricochet. This dude is the epitome of you. People say you can't reinvent the wheel. Ricochet reinvented the wheel when he gets in that ring. People like Ricochet, Ospreay, all of that. So I understand, yo, get over it. But, dog, we're all human. It's like, dog, the Fed really screwed me over. Dog, anybody could relate to that. There's so many people who had regular jobs, dog, 9 to 5, busted trying to get to the next level, trying to be manager, supervisor. Then you got Nepo people coming in, taking people's spots. Just because you knew somebody for 20 years or you're a family member, you're way underqualified, but you got the spot. And the guy or girl who worked 20 years gets either demoted, gets laid off, gets stuck in the same position, could barely pay their dog. Situations like this just messes you up, especially when you dedicated your life to a company, to a profession, to your craft. When a guy says, I don't want the big check, I want to go to the indies, I'd rather go to the indies, this is not even about money anymore. This is about passion. That's the same thing with Matt Cardona. He left, but it was like, bro, I'd rather hit the indies and invest in myself. The same thing with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross could have just signed the contract. He's like, no, what's the analytics? They didn't want to give him the analytics. If Ricochet was the only guy saying this, that's one thing. All right, we could joke on Ricochet. We heard this this is the same story. I feel like I'm watching the same movie over and over and over. We heard this from Karrion Kross. We hear this from people that left the Fed. That, dog, it's a load of crap. They are killing the business. They are killing professional wrestling. And the craziest thing is Paul Levesque knows that if he was one of these wrestlers right now in 2026, dog, he would not like anything that's going on. Guaranteed. Did y'all see when he went on Andrew Schultz and he said straight up he was about to walk out because he had a match with what's the name? Ahmed Johnson? He didn't like his match with Ahmed Johnson. Dog, let me see if I can pull this up on YouTube, bro. He didn't like his match with Ahmed Johnson. And he was about to walk out on Vince McMahon because he was getting booked wrong. I'm gonna try to find that, dog. If I can't find it, man, I'll look for it. I'll try to put it in my video. Dog, Triple H would not be like it. He will be like Ricochet. He'll be online complaining about how bad he's getting booked. That's what makes all this bad. It's not like Triple H is a part of TKO. Triple H is one of the boys. As much as people hate to admit it, this dude is one of the boys. This dude is one of the greats when we're talking about in-ring performance. You know what I mean? The cerebral assassin, dog. The sledgehammer, the game. He knows what good booking is like. That's what makes it the most frustrating about Triple H. And look what he says, too. You always remember the first to ever do it. Nobody defines speed like Ricochet. Congratulations to Ricochet on adding another title reign to his legacy. Nobody remembers nobody remembers Ricochet being the first speed title because the speed title means absolutely nothing. So you always remember, this is another lie. Do anybody remember him being no one cared. We care about storylines, not 3-minute matches on acts. I gotta see what the chat feeling about this, man. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna try to see some of y'all comments, man. Buzz said Rico was spitting fire on X. Coach Sosa, Ricochet had a great finish to his match tonight. Fat, yeah, he did. Nike fan, y'all remember Ricochet as Prince Puma and Lucha Underground? Damn, that was his name in Lucha Underground? Damn, yo, shout out Nike fan, dog. People can say what they want about my man Nike fan. Yeah, man, you know he go, yo, he know his wrestling. I didn't even know that. This is hard. I gotta look up some of these matches, dog. Prince Puma, damn, I didn't know that Nike fan. Good looking. I gotta look up some of these matches. Him as Prince Puma. Damn, Ricochet versus Penta. Damn, that's on YouTube. I gotta watch that. I'm gonna put this in my I'm gonna put this in my watch later list. Yo, good looking for that. What's her name? Uh, damn, my bad. I'm forgetting your name, bro. Nike fan. Good looking for that, bro. Felicia's in the building. I'm surprised LA Knight, the Street Profits, and many others said all of this event to be honest about how I really feel. You know why, Felicia? You got to think the Street Profits, you know, Montez Ford got a family. Angelo Dawkins has a family. They got it written in the contract. If you say anything bad about WWE, they're going to release you. You'll be on a non-compete for about 36 months, and it'll be bad. You remember the one guy that we put I shouted out the GoFundMe for? You know what I mean? It's like, it's bad. It's just, I don't know, dog. It's just kind of, it's just sad, dog. Hold on, let me get to some of these super chats. Derek, good looking for the 5. He said, I went shopping last night and knocked over the Reynolds aluminum counter. Yep, a foil. A foil fumble. Yo, that's hard, dog. Good looking for the 5. My man Des Morris in the building. Ricochet, a great wrestler, and look how Levesque booked him. Now look how Levesque booked Sami Zayn. Sami has the body of one of the Beverly brothers. Nah, that's a fact. And we got Triple GPT saying we could only give him speed matches because he was a good wrestler. But man, Mike Work was not. He takes jabs at WWE, so we don't forget. Now, Triple GPT, he says Ricochet Mike Work wasn't it. Yeah, man. I agree with that. He needed to work on the mic work, right? But at the same time, Triple GPT, you gotta give you gotta come up with some prompts to put him in a position. Think about this. All right, you want to say Ricochet had to work on a mic work? I could agree with that. Okay, he could use some mic work. How can you work on a mic work when you're not even getting an opportunity? The first time Ricochet went to AEW, what happened? Dog, you seen a mic in his hand. Yo, Tony Khan knew, put a mic in his hand. Let him figure it out. He's figuring it out. He stumbles on it. Aha! Fire. How do you get fire like that? No, sometimes, dog, you have to go out and figure it out. Just like if you start in YouTube, right? Or if you starting a new business, you starting anything, you could look up stuff for 100,000. You could look up stuff all day and every day. There's no better teacher than experience. You got to go out there and fail. You got to go out there and get embarrassed. Look at my old YouTube videos, dog. Like, that was me literally figuring it out. Let me just use myself as an example, literally, bro. Look at my old YouTube. I go to my oldest YouTube video. This is my first video ever.
And that's he's just a big talent. So shout out to JDNY, and he definitely inspired me to like say, okay, let me start this and let me see, like,
my mic is all messed up. I don't even got, dog, I'm just figuring it out. I just turned the camera on and I'm like, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm the type of dude, I'm throwing everything at the wall, sealed with sticks. That's exactly what Ricochet has done. Put the mic in his hand, figure it out. If Paul Levesque wasn't so scary and trying to be so safe, I guarantee Ricochet would have figured it out, man. You know, back then, Triple GPT, I don't think he was using the AI yet. I'm pretty sure you would have generated something for him. Let me see who else we got. Red Dark Side said, LOL. The title looks like Yo, what? Who said that? Yo, Scooter said this title looked like Simon Says. Yo, Scooter, hold on. I might gotta use that joke, bro. Let me make sure if I use it, bro, I want to make sure I shout you out, bro. Why does that title look like Simon Says? That is crazy. Simon Says be a jobber. Simon Says get buried tonight. Simon Says have a 3-minute match with no storyline. Dog, what the hell? That's all the speed title is. Good looking, bro. WWE worst wrestling embarrassment. Let me see who else. Raven in the building. What's up, bro? Triple GPT. David said, don't pay ESPN for PLEs. Use VPN with Netflix. That's what's AEW for. Tony figures it out with these guys and then steals the shout out the Whiskeys. Yeah, yo, Triple GPT. I got my fingers like this on what you're gonna generate for voice keys. Friday. Well, cause I'm gonna give Royce Keys a chance. I'm doing my best to not call him Royce Freeze, because Triple H gave him the cold shoulder after taking a picture with him. Like I said in my last video, it just disappeared. He didn't even post a picture. Dog, how hard is it to post a picture, bro? Royce Keys, this is supposed to be a prospect. Post them on your social media, no? Like, what? So I'm trying to not call him Royce Freeze because he got the cold shoulder. I'm going to give him a chance. But, man, hopefully you come up with something. Mad Dog says Simon Says with the rainbow. Kobe, Simon Says book the same matches. I'm a Papa John's guy. Voice Keys making big G's, I heard. Yeah, yo, Gregory, I heard he got a nice amount. He probably didn't get more what Tony Khan was offering him, but he got a nice amount. And if he actually starts going over, I think the upside, especially over long term, would be cool. Another thing, I'd be forgetting, Royce Keys, he's cool with Jade Cargill, he's cool with Cody Rhodes. So politically, he might have some pull politically, but we'll see, man. Anybody got word on Darby? Yo, Scooter. I got word on Darby. He's literally, he's walking in the desert right now. Tony Khan is in the desert trying to figure out where he's at. He's at no man's land, man. Felicia said, Prince says, Bobby Masood, that ain't the speed championship. That's the weed championship. Felicia says, I still say he should come out in the Royal Rumble like Alberto Del Rio and Eddie Guerrero came out in cars. Damn. Yeah, yo, Felicia, that'd be fire. They would have to change his whole gimmick though. And they got him. I feel like they about to have him being booked like a big powerhouse enforcer type guy. But that would have been fire. Royce Keys, he come out in the Rolls Royce and the Wraith, lift the doors up, you know what I mean? Put a suit on him. Yeah, man, I would like to see that, man. Bob, you are a star. Good looking, Raven. God Phoenix says that's LBGTQ participation championship. No, that's hilarious, dog. Sarah says LOL, man. Yeah, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, dog. As far as Ricochet, man, that man has I cannot believe. And look at some of these comments. Is like, I can't believe some people actually think like this guy. What is this guy on? Sami Zayn just wrestled for the world title in Saudi Arabia like 4 days ago. Will was Ricochet wrestled for AEW world title? Like you have a lot of these comments that's pushback off of what Ricochet is saying. Like this guy isn't speaking facts. But why is it Ricochet wrestle for the AEW World Title? Because he's making the national AEW National Title. He's trying to build that his own title. We got time for Ricochet to be in the AEW World Championship picture. He's just getting a faction, dog. Tony Khan is letting Ricochet. You know what I mean? He's cooking with Ricochet. But yeah, he got a lot of pushback on this, man. Somebody did say, did he lie? No, he didn't, man. He didn't, dog. But shout out Ricochet, man, and hopefully he could keep on doing his thing as far as the AEW thing. And look, we're about to be put on. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, David or Delay Gratz, that's the Pulse title. Delay Gratz. I'm gonna say this because you said you've been watching Collision since day one. And I know there's, the AEW sickos love Collision. I honestly feel like that man, once he starts getting in that Psycho Killer bag, he's gonna be a very important part why Collision could stay at 500,000. He's gonna be a very important part, man. Now I think that Collision might have to be live though. It's hard to get a tape show that 500,000. Remember, Collision was live last week. Collision had Tommaso Ciampa. People wanted to tap in. So this week, I don't know if it's going to be taped or not, but man, like Tommaso Ciampa, dog, I think if he's being booked right, we could keep Collision at that 500K, man. Oh, Dave Gregory, you too? That's what's up. That's what's up. My shadow. Oh, yo, Sir Smoke a lot. That's such a bar. My shadow knows my story. Certain bars just hit you different, man. Like it's like what? My shadow knows my story. That theme music is important, man. It's important, man. I'm liking everything he doing. Dave says Dave. Damn, that's what's up, Gregory. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. We could see a changing of the guard with Collision. Yo, look at this, bro. Look at this. Darby Allin, dog, Gabe Kidd, and look how he shot this on the phone. This is what I was talking about. Him shooting that on the phone, it's just like it just brings some authenticity to the shot, man. Fire, bro. Oh, this what we got. Roderick Strong. This what we got. This gonna be fire. Even though we know Tommaso gonna win, Roderick Strong still gonna be booked strong. No pun intended. Claudio Castagnoli, you know what he do. I honestly would have liked Claudio Castagnoli and Tommaso Ciampa. I like Roderick Strong. I mean, he fire, but I like to see Claudio and Tommaso Ciampa 1-on-1, but I gotta tune into this match. I don't even like. I really don't. I never liked Collision, bro. But I promise, the last few Collisions, it's always one match. It's like I gotta tap into this. Voice Key's about to be Miz bodyguard. Good looking Captain Solo for the $2. Yo, I'm not mad at that. That's actually I'm kind of sick of the Miz, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. Anybody being next to the Miz, especially when you're new, the Miz is like it's not too many people you could sit next to and really get a good understanding of what's going on and the ins and outs, and people know the Miz, and you know what I mean. The Miz lost for 2 years. Yo, Captain Solo. That's not the worst idea, bro. That's actually a good idea. That's a classic NXT match right there with Ciampa, Strong. This is it. Damn, for real? Wait, Roderick Strong was on NXT? Is this Roderick Strong? Yo, is this... That's Roderick Strong? He looks so different. Yo, chat, is this Roderick Strong? Royce and Trick form a tag team called the Trick Keys. That's fire, Aberton. He was an undisputed era. Damn, I never knew that. Dog, WWE really failed all these people? Oh my God, they couldn't do nothing with Roderick Strong. Like, they did absolutely nothing with Roderick Strong. He was a North American champion? I gotta go back at this, bro. Yo, OZ funny. Good looking for the fight. He said on Wednesday, I never liked Collision. Bobby on Friday. Oh, did you see those lemon pepper steppers? Kit Wilson theme fire. Yo, Kit Wilson, my man. I ain't gonna lie. Collision been cooking though, but I know you know OZ. Collision, they had some times when it was struggling, bro. I know you know for a fact. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Damn, I gotta watch stuff like this. Roger Strong, Ilya Dragunov. Damn, I ain't know that, bro. WWE has failed so many people, bro. They was killers at NXT. Yeah, I know, cause search WWE Diamond Mine. Hold on, what's WWE Diamond Mine? Oh, this was a faction? Yo, are you serious? Damn. Yo, this is why Yo, me going through this, you just see how important AEW is. They would have failed all of these wrestlers, dog. And think about it. Some of these wrestlers would have had to go back to their old profession or find a new profession, find a trade, hit the indies. American Made, Roderick Strong, Ivy Now. I don't know this boy. Hachi Man, they saying? It's just like, God, dog. Like, how incompetent can you be as a company? Then they got a problem with having. That's why we're doing WrestleMania 42, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Am I mad at it? I'm not mad at it, but my God, we didn't have to do this if you actually took the talent you had since day one and did something with them. They did absolutely nothing, dog. Help Big Stoke. Yeah, NXT Black and Gold was peak facts. What was Undisputed Era? That was that a faction or was that just like an era? Failed numerous talent. Yeah, dog. Look at this. American Made. American Made used to be fire. Yo, going up to NXT is like a death wish, man. Going up to the main roster in NXT is a death wish, man. Phil Andrade for sure. Spurs up by 10 by OKC. There. That's Big Stoke, Bobby. Yeah, I know. That's Stokely. That's my man Stokely, man. Yeah, there we go right there. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, man. It's looking like a fire event. Let me see what else. Let me see what else we got. Yo, I don't know. Did anyone even know this? Yo, my man OZ, let me see where we at, man. Oh yeah, we got 165 likes. Just try to like the chat. Let's try to get it to 200 likes, man. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Does anyone see this? For the people that think Ricochet was just pulling stuff out the sky, does anyone see this? People like, yo, Bobby Bassoon, do you blame this? Do you blame that? You know what I blame it on?
Don't blame it on the bloodline. Don't blame it on the new guys. Don't blame it on the bad times. Blame it on the booking. Don't you blame it on the bloodline. Don't blame it on the new guys. Don't blame it on the bad times. Blame it on the booking. All his plans, all his plans, all his plans play on repeat. All his plans, all his plans, all his plans play on repeat. All his plans, all his plans, all his plans play on repeat. All his plans, all his plans, all his plans play on repeat.
23, 24, 25, 20. In what world you have AJ Styles having 0 wins at a PLE? This makes absolutely, dog. In what world does this make sense? 0, none, not one. Oh my God, dog, the incompetence. This is exactly what Ricochet was talking about, y'all. And think about this. This is actually one of the superstars that got booked strong. This is one of the superstars that didn't get completely jobbed out. This is one of their actually good bookings, AJ Styles. He left TNA. He got the WWE. He became more global. He became big. He became bigger because he's on a global stage. Even that, dog, was done piss poor. Metrics like this make no sense. None. What are you doing with AJ Styles to the point he doesn't have 1 win at a PLE? Dog, all these other wrestlers, dog, you almost could be like, all right, y'all didn't even book him strong enough. This person, that. AJ Styles? What? Dog, WWE is saying, OCC like that better than Kit Wilson. Good looking, bro. Yeah, the Sir Smoker, like, this is why he wanted out, man. Piss poor talent, throw it away, Levesque. Since 2023, dog. This is a sad metric. This is a sad metric, y'all. It's like, how much higher can the disrespect get? You know, when you really, somebody could say it, like, but when you're really looking at this picture and you're like, what? You couldn't give him no, dog. Wonder why he wanted to leave in 2026. And you know, CM Punk, he came out. We're getting so many mixed, oh my God, we're getting so many mixed signals about this AJ Styles thing. First, we get Paul Levesque saying, yo, bro, AJ Styles told me he's done with his in-ring career. He's going to the back to join the circus act. I was pissed off. First, I was happy when he got out the WWE. I thought he was going to AEW. Then, what's the name? Paul Levesque says, nah, he's going to the circus act. Then I got mad. Then CM Punk says, well, I had to talk with AJ Styles. It might not be over, but I ain't going to say nothing. He basically alludes to it's not over. Then you got Tony Khan saying that Tony Khan, he had, hold on, maybe I got it. Hold on. I actually got some of this stuff right here. So look, we got right here. CM Punk says, I don't know if that was if that was a retirement for AJ Styles. I know what he told me behind the scenes, but that's nobody business. CM Punk basically alluding to the fact that we might not be done with AJ Styles. We might not be done with AJ Styles. He cannot end his career like this, man. Seriously, dog. I don't see, like, how do you end a legendary career? No wins in a PLE? Does WWE not, when you're in the creative room in WWE, right? I don't understand how you don't see a metric like this and you're not alarmed. If I'm Paul Levesque, I'm literally, somebody is getting fired soon as I see a metric like this. Hold on, y'all didn't book him to win any matches in 4 years? Because 2020, he's not coming back to WWE, so he's never going to get a PLE and win in 2026. In 4 years, not one match. Makes zero sense. But then you got Tony Khan. Tony Khan says AJ Styles is one of my favorites, and I think he has an amazing career all over the world. You know Tony Khan is chopping at the bit to give AJ Styles a blank checkbook. I just lost that, y'all. Tony Khan is chopping at the bit to give AJ Styles a blank checkbook, man. I really hope for our sake, dog, we can get AJ Styles in AEW, and I only think he's gonna need 6 months. I heard some people say, "Yo, Bobby Bassoon, he can't really go like how he used to," which it might be that might be true or whatever, but oh snap, I found out a way to look at the okay, bet. I found out a way to make sure I don't miss no super chats on here. Alright, bet. Alright, I gotta remember that. Alright, but yeah, AJ Styles, man. If we could get him in AEW for 6 months, bro, we're in for some of the best TV, dog. And I wouldn't even be surprised if AJ Styles changed his mind and say, you know what? I don't need to retire in TNA. Give me that Sting retirement. Give me that Sting retirement at AEW. Can you imagine AJ Styles when he come out in London at All In? When he came out in Saudi Arabia at the Royal Rumble, you know, at the stadium we don't know if it was empty or full. We're still trying to figure that one out. Yo, we gonna speak on that stadium too, but we're still trying to figure out if the stadium was empty or full, right? When AJ Styles, if he's in All In London in AEW, I don't care who his opponent is. When he comes out for that last time in AEW, oh my God, bro. Dog, you could damn near shed a tear. What if we get Ospreay and AJ Styles and All In London? I know y'all want to see Ospreay win the title at All In London, and I wouldn't knock that. I wouldn't be mad at that. But even if he don't get that, we get Ospreay and AJ Styles at London, man. Come on, dog. Dog, oh my God, man. So hopefully this is not the case where AJ Styles is retiring, then he joins the circus act. AJ Styles has been disrespected for way too long, man. Land deck, hold on, let me go up a little bit. What'd you say? Highland Dread. If Styles don't go to AEW after how he was used, it would be a huge letdown. Play the FS song again. Good looking, Big Guap. Hex said there. Yo, he got AJ Jobs, but A Jobs, that's funny. I pray he shows up to AEW. Me too, Sir Smoke a lot. That's the problem with WWE. According to Dominic Mysterio, is better than AJ Styles. And like how? In what world? In what world, dog? Let me see. Scooter, apparently he with the Stephanie podcast, and they're trying to guilt him into staying away from AEW. How? Why would you stay? No real. I don't even care if you work for WWE, if you glaze WWE. No real wrestling fan will want to see AJ Styles not at least have 6 months in AEW for his last year. You cannot be a real fan of wrestling if you don't want to see that. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, bro. Man, AJ gonna get the biggest pop if he goes All In, dog. You damn near could shed a tear, dog. Yo, Ospreay in London this year is gonna be, that's gonna be like British Bulldog in '92, man. I'm calling it. Ospreay coming back, he get his redemption All In London. It's gonna be the equivalent. I bring it up plenty of times, bro, of British Bulldog in 1992 when he went against Bret Hart, dog. You gonna shed a tear. Dex said Ricochet did a phenomenal drop kick. Dan, he did. Oh, I gotta go back and see that. Dan, that's fire. Captain Solo with the fire. Good looking. Tony Khan is waiting on AJ Styles like a shopper waiting on Black Friday. Yeah, my man Tony Khan got a blank checkbook for AJ Styles, man. Hopefully, dog. As wrestling fans, man, we need that, bro. WWE drone will say Dom is better. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Likes Punk's Chicago return. Ooh. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Gregory. When I went back and seen that, Punk returning to Chicago and AEW, I don't. That's gonna be very hard to top. Even Ospreay in London, like. But I think if anybody could do it, it will be Ospreay in London, man. For real, dog. Felicia said Triple H has secured 92 victories at WWE PLV. What? Is it, yo, Felicia, is this a real metric? 92 victories. AJ Styles got none. My man Cody said AJ versus Ospreay or AJ versus Kenny would be great. Yeah. We could do, what's his name? Cody, we could do both. We gotta, if he goes to AEW, we gotta do both. We gotta do both, man. AJ deserves a better retire. That's a fact, man. Triple GPT. He says if MJF lost to Brody King, then he could lose the Otis. I respect AJ, but he could never get that win. Yo, that's crazy, dog. Yo, MJF losing to Otis is insane, dog. Oh my God, good looking, dog. Rich TK is gonna offer the NFL money for AJ for a year. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a year. Maybe for the year. It depends what he want to do in TNA. Like, does AJ want to end his career in TNA? If I'm AJ, I said this in reverse. I said he'll go to AEW then back to TNA. You know what? If he's still under contract with WWE, jump over to TNA. Let's get AJ Styles versus what's his name? Damn, Leon Slater. Let's get AJ Styles versus Mike Santana. And yo, I don't know what y'all think about this. I think AJ Styles might need to go against AJ Francis. If not, just do a program with him. Maybe y'all have some friction or whatever. However it goes, he put some of the newer talent on TNA over. Then you finish out your career. You could finish out the last 6 months to end the year off for AEW. I'm not mad at that. It gotta be tempting. When you see how Sting went out, you cannot. Yo. Remember, we're all human. Just people in the chat, whether you're a YouTube content creator or whether you're a professional wrestler, whether you're a fan, whether you're Tony Khan booking it, whether you're a billionaire, whether you're homeless, dog. We're all human. We cannot see a retirement like Sting, and for a professional wrestler who puts so much work in like AJ Styles not want that. Come on, dog. Like, not everyone has to lose their last match just to pass the torch. Dog, kayfabe is dead. It ain't no passing the torch. Let's have somebody go out on top. Let's celebrate it. And Tony Khan put the exact blueprint together of how legends should be retiring. This boy said AJ Miles. Triple H ranks. Yo, you gotta be kidding, Felicia. I gotta take a picture of this. I'm gonna have to do some research on some of these things, man. Yo, hold on. This is wild. Yo, some of this stuff she's saying is wild. Triple H ranks third all time in total pay-per-view wins, trailing only The Undertaker 107 and John Cena 100. Triple H, a 14-time world champion, also competed in 48 pay-per-view main events. Oh my God, dog. This dude has booked himself like the greatest of all time. The Mount Rushmore, all 4 pictures of Triple H. Crazy. Yo, I'm gonna research that, Felicia. It seems like, it seems like that's accurate, dude. That's crazy. It's because of Vince McMahon, yeah. The boss's daughter's son-in-law. My man Leo in the building. I think Jericho should retire in AEW too. The landscape is different. Yeah. Jericho, man. He's still on that AEW roster, man. So He could definitely retire in AEW, but I would love to know what is going on with that Jericho situation, man. Because it's like, I don't know. He was doing the whatever. What was that? Not my family tree. I'm thinking of Solo. The learning tree. He was doing the learning tree gimmick. He was doing stuff here and there, but then after that, it was just like he left, and I don't know. It's been kind of weird. Let me see what else we got, man. Oh yeah, AJ Victim, the doofus son-in-law. Oh yeah, BC Amplified. Shout out to BC Amplified. Yeah, shout out to BC. Yo, now every few weeks we get this guy. We get this guy complaining. Like, this dude is delusional, bro. Jey Uso says he considered himself a top guy. And it's like, Jey Uso, you have a gimmick that people could say yeet. And it's just like, bro, this is Triple H's booking. Why he even could say stuff like this out of his mouth. You consider yourself a top guy. What? You went to the Royal Rumble and you yeeted 3 times. You ran it back 3 times. Top guys don't do that. When it's a spot to go to the WrestleMania. Top guys don't have a World Heavyweight Championship run that is not remembered for nothing but your entrances when you yeet. Every few weeks, this dude gets online. He complaining about the fans. He's complaining. That's all he does. Every time we turn around. Man, I get stopped 30 times a day. I highly doubt that, bro. I wish I could find the other tweets, dog. This dude, every time we turn around, he's complaining about the fans, dog. It's just like, come on, man. Let me see, man. This is sad, dog. For the children, I'm blaming yo True Blue. I'm blaming the booking on this. No way Triple H back in the day didn't say shut up and shuck your job. Nah, facts. No, that's a fact. Man yeets for 10 minutes and thinks he's something special. It's like, dog, who is telling this guy he's a top guy? Do you know a top guy means a Roman Reigns? Even though he be getting on my nerves, a CM Punk. A top guy draws. Like, does he not know why he haven't had a title since the World Heavyweight Championship? Does he not know why he's not booked as a main eventer since losing the World Heavyweight Championship? Literally, he hasn't came close to winning, to even being in the title picture. Does he not know why he's not ever going to be in the conversation of an undisputed championship run unless he does something other than yeeting? He's overdoing it. It's overbooked. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm saying this, dog, but yo, I ain't gonna lie. When they face Otis and Tozawa, the titles don't mean nothing anyway. I had them beat the Usos, bro. Honestly, dog. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. The Raw Tag Team Championships don't mean nothing anyway. Yo, you wildin', Gregory. Yo, Gregory wildin', bro. He said Jada Parker. My daughter said, why is he yeeting in 2026? Yeah, dog. Like, it's... Oh, my God. I'm him, man. It's just, nah. It's just overbooked, bro. Seriously. Then the matches, it's just like, you got to get... I don't know, dog. It's disgusting, man. Yo, people was asking me, yo, man, what did the Raw? Hold on, Jay and Jimmy could be the new. To be the new. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, shout out Kid Fury TV. Bro called Jay and Jimmy the Island Boys. Oh my God, dog. That's crazy, yeah. JJ Bulldog said Jay Uso lost the title back to Gunther 2 months later or a random Raw episode. Nah, that's a fact. I'm him. It's like, nah, bro. And the thing about it is, yo, you sometimes I don't understand how they don't go to creative and try to shake something up. You know what I mean? We're literally been doing the same thing. Remember, I was at WrestleMania 40. They was doing the Yeet thing. Think about it, dog. Jay Uso has some of the worst matches, dog. WrestleMania 40, Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso was so bad. I had to walk up. I went to the bathroom. I literally got up and left that match. I missed the whole yeeting and all. I think he came out with Lil Wayne. I missed all of that. Well, a part of that because it was like freezing cold at the time. You know what I mean? You lost the match with nobody liked the Gunther finish, but we all got the yeet at the end. Great. You lost the match with CM Punk when they had the vacant title. Saturday Night's Lame Event, one of the worst matches. It's like, dog, this dude is delusional, bro. And every time we turn around, him and CM Punk complaining about the fans, bro. It's just like, come on, bro. Oh, man, what are you talking about, Bobby Batsoon? What do you mean what I'm talking about? Jay Uso's the man. You're him, right? This is Jay Uso being him, y'all. This is Jay Uso being him, y'all. This is Jay Uso. Look at this.
Yeah, both of
Like, what? How do you even, like... This is complete lazy. Like, I don't even understand how does a move like this happen. This is 20 years of experience, bro. And how does this even happen? You don't know how to do a simple neck breaker. You don't know how to sell for a neck breaker. Did this dude drink a half a bottle of tequila before this match? But this is him though, y'all. I'm him. Look at this. Slipping, no, you can't even grab your footing for a spear, but you're him. Then remember they had to try to use this spot like, oh, Jay Uso, Gunther's getting in his head. It's like, come on, bro. You're slipping. I'm him. I can't. I'm attempting to jump over the rope. Botch after botch after botch. Look at this, dog. This is embarrassing. You cannot make some of this stuff up. You can't make some of this stuff up. But then it's like, oh, no, I'm him. Jay Uso, bro. No. You're a Hall of Famer. The Usos are Hall of Famers. You actually did something that a lot of tag team people, 9 times out of 10, they won't do. You was able to leave a tag team, go on your own, get music over, get a character over, become champion, have a WrestleMania moment, dog. Whether you like Jey Uso or not, you can't take these things away from him. But at the same time, you can't have this level of delusion to think that you're him. You're not him, bro. You are stuck in a hamster wheel of yeeting. The gimmick is overbooked. You have to do something other than yeet. Then you're running it back and running it back. You have to reinvent yourself, dog. People are so sick of this. If you're over the age of 7 years old, you cannot stand this. If you're under the age of 7, yeah, I can see that. I get it. It's for people in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. Anybody above 3rd grade, you're sick of this. WWE don't care about nothing but money. So they're not going to tell Jey Uso to reinvent himself. They're going to tell him to run this gimmick into the ground. They're going to milk this cow dry. The cow will be nothing but skull and bones. When they're done with this yeeting thing, they're going to drip every single dollar of merchandise out. And when you do that, you kill the character. It's just like, come on, dog. Jey Uso's not him. He's more like his dad. Ooh, damn. Jimmy. Yo, Jim. That's a crazy name, Jim Jam. Yo, Jim. Yo, why? Why is Paul Levesque doing this? Jim said, yo, I like Jimmy better than Jay. I could say the same thing, but then again, I can't because bro didn't even get a shot. Jay didn't even get a shot. A shot. A shot. Dog. I think Jey Uso should at least got a shot, man. Real rap. Think about it. Remember what he did? This was one of the best storylines. Remember this? Nah, this was Jey Uso. What was the joint where he fought Jimmy Uso? Did he fight? Yeah, I'm pretty... Was it this one? I think it was. He fought Jimmy Uso at Night of Champions? Jimmy Uso did what to Roman Reigns? Or maybe he didn't have a fight with Jimmy. But man, dog, Jimmy Uso was a very important part of telling a fire story, man. Jimmy Uso doesn't even get a shot, and why? Because I think people saying he had a record or whatever. Who cares, dog? Like, dog, it's just, man. They're overbooking Jimmy. Jimmy should have gotten a United States title run. Yeah, something. They're not even trying with Jimmy Uso. Remember, this was one of the worst matches of all time. Of all time, bro. This was supposed to be fire, man. Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the live. We had 193 with the likes. Please, if you haven't liked it, please like the screen. We try to hit the 200 likes. It really helps the channel, man. But man, yeah, Jimmy Uso is somebody that they felt bad too, man. And instead of just overbooking Jey Uso all the time, booking Jimmy Uso could have went a long way, man. Yo, real quick, man. People ask me, yo, man, what's the numbers for Raw? They don't even know. Do y'all know Raw on Netflix didn't even crack the top 10? The data for Raw on Netflix is not available because they couldn't crack the top 10 globally. It's just like, wow, dog. Raw, and I said it. We've been saying this all the time. Raw, hold on, let me see. Damn. Oh, this was a 26. Okay. Hold on. Netflix top 10. Hold on. Netflix top 10. Jan 26. I'm trying to pull up this top 10. I'm trying to see what beat out Raw. Like how you mean to tell me it's 10 other things that people will rather watch on net? Raw has gotten that bad? Damn, I can't find the whole list, dog. I really want to know, damn, like, They did not rank top 10. They don't even have the data. Yo, that is wild. Raw is worse than Crackdown. You can't even compare Raw and Dynamite. Collision has been better than Raw. I'm pretty sure TNA has been better than Raw, and NXT has been better. Raw has been by far the worst show on TV, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Haven't cracked the top 10. This is embarrassing. Now they're gonna crack the top 10 after this what happened last week because of Roman and Punk, and that's basically because of Roman and Punk. They're gonna crack the top 10. But man, without them, dog, it's a bad joint for Raw, man. Probably. Gregory said probably Stranger Things. My man Captain Solo with the $2. They've been treating Jimmy Uso like, damn. That's a fact. They've been treating Jimmy Uso like Marty Jannetty, man. Nah, that's definitely a fact, bro. Worse since no Seth Rollins. Yeah, no Seth. It's a lot of people that they're desperately missing right now, man. It's bad, bro. As far as Crackdown, man, I ain't gonna lie, Crackdown, they got out the they got out the cycle. They up 1.2 million. Now they were up 34% from the prior week. I'm not surprised at this because Crackdown, for the most, you know what's crazy? This episode of Crackdown was actually horrible. This was actually a bad episode. But I think what happened was they was doing okay so far of 2026, but like I feel like the last 2 weeks of Crackdown has been very, very extremely hard to watch, man. We'll see what happens with that. Is Seth a superstar though, or just a star? Nah, Seth a superstar, bro. If you ask me, Seth a superstar. Yeah, man. If people say he's a star, I can see why. Yeah, man. I can see why. Kevin Knight versus Scorpio Sky. Ooh. Kevin Knight versus Scorpio Sky on Dynamite? Hold on, let me see something real quick, man. Kevin Knight versus Scorpio Sky on Dynamite? Yo, Tony Khan is really trying to. Oh damn! I don't think he ain't announced it on the page yet. I'm interested in seeing that, man. The booking is poo. Ooh, the masked man is Jelly Roll. That's funny. Yo, look at this Grand Slam, dog. Look at this Grand Slam. Hold on, what channel is this gonna be on? Yo, is this gonna be on TNT or what? Hold on. Oh yeah, this on TNT. Grand Slam looking good, bro. Grand Slam is looking fire, man. A new era in AEW, that's a fact. And guess what? Bobby Masu, Jada Parker could cut a. Nah, facts. Jada Parker is fire, man. TNT. Yeah, I see that. Jelly Roll lost a lot of weight. Yeah, he definitely did. It will be TBS. It's a TV show. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. No, hold on. They said TNT though, bro. Look. Leo, look. It say bro said TNT and HBO Max. I thought it would be TBS because of Collision, but these are all 4 fire matches, dog. The title's on the line, a title match. These are all 4 fire matches, yo. Ozempic, damn. Hopefully Grand Slam has a normal size ring this time. What, Grand Slam don't have a normal size ring? AEW is always on TNT. Yeah. On Saturday, Yeah, Collision is TNT. Yeah, Collision is TNT, but they're like he's saying that it's. Hold on, what? Oh yeah, nah, yeah, y'all right. TNT is Saturday. Okay, I'm thinking I be getting them mixed up. TBS is yeah, Dynamite come on TBS. Okay, yeah, so it'll be on the same joint that Collision come on, and I think a show like this is gonna boost Collision. Tony Khan's gonna cook on this show, I think next week he needs to go balls to the wall. He needs to really go crazy when he books Collision the week after this, because you could have an opportunity to really get some fans used to watching AEW on a Saturday, man. He just has to book Collision the week after this. Collision should be on the Dynamite level, man. The Collision episodes when Punk was with the company were good. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people was telling me that. I gotta look back into them episodes, man. Megan Bayne, man. This gonna be a fire match, man. Yeah, what's her name? Need to start defending that TBS title too. Willow, man. She need to give Julia a fade, or what's her name? Sky Blue. One of them need that fade. MJF looks high as F in that image. And what? Oh, in this image. No, that's hilarious. Royce Keys looks scared for his life at WWE. Yeah, man. Hopefully they don't bury bro, man. For real, man. Hopefully they don't bury bro. Jelly Roll Secrets, he ordered the King of Kings edition to lose all the. Yeah, Jelly Roll, he getting in shape, bro. My man Jelly Roll about to make that return, man. Yo, I didn't know why. We should have Asho Speed back in the. I feel like we should have Asho Speed back in the Rumble. But yeah, Jelly Roll, he getting ready, bro. Jelly Roll, he might be going for that. Might be going for that Intercontinental Championship, man. Megan Bayne gives me serious vapors, I'm afraid. Yeah. Royce Yo, they killing Royce Keys. Damn. Did they give him more? Let me see if they changed his. Did they give him a page yet? Royce Keys. They say he gonna be on. They say Brogan's gonna be on. He gonna be on Crackdown. Is this can't be his real page, but it say it's confirmed. He didn't post nothing about Royal Rumble. Yo, this dude is a monster, dog. Like, oh my god, if they mess Royce Keys up, man, I'm gonna be pissed, bro. Royce gonna be a face and he's going against Damian Priest. Oh my god, no. I would hate that, man. Homer said, what if AEW would have bought WWE? I don't think AEW, I don't know if they money long enough. Jelly Roll has changed his diet, exercising more when he has time. That's a fact. Tony Khan's bigger creative team than WWE. He's hired a lot of people for that. Even Danielson is a part of it. Yo, Leo, and I think that's, I think it's smart. I think that's smart of what's her name? Oh, yo, bro got discharged. That's what's up. Yo, shout out to Braun Strowman. He finally got out the hospital. This was 5 days ago. Damn, my man Braun Strowman out the hospital. That's what's up, man. The Priest, yeah. Hopefully he's not booked with Priest, man. Hopefully, dog. Royce is gonna be great on main event. Damn, you think they're gonna put bro on main event? We're gonna see, man. You know, they got the Royce Keys merch, man. Yo, look. Now we're on live, right? We're on live. Does anybody see this? I'm scrolling Instagram on live. We're talking about Royce Keys, then out of nowhere a Royce Keys ad comes up. Dog, the AI is always listening. The algorithm is, y'all see this on live? Talking about Royce Keys. Now a WWE Shop Royce Keys t-shirt comes up. Crazy. Yeah, man, we'll see. CM Punk said it would have changed under. Dog, CM Punk. Dog, can this dude glazes Triple H so much, dog? It's just like, it's hard to, dog, how do you do this much glazing? This dude loves Triple H to the point where it's just like, dude. Dog, I gotta find this interview. He's talking about this. Dog, what are you talking about, bro? Vince McMahon gave you your shot and opportunity. Like, Vince McMahon put him over at Money in the Bank. He did the pipe bomb. You probably didn't like how Vince McMahon was being booked, but what did he do after that? He gave you the shit. He gave you the big match with John Cena. He actually was in the storyline. He turned it into a storyline. Vince McMahon helped CM Punk get put over, dog. I wish I could find this when he said this, yo. Damn, I gotta, let me see if I can look for this shit. Damn, no regrets about being away. Damn, man, I wish I could find this interview, bro. Like, CM Punk is like, now, Vince McMahon was doing a horrible job at the time, you know what I mean? It was definitely, the booking was some of the worst. But to say it never changed, Vince McMahon was a part of this whole WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40 booking. Vince McMahon he been doing this since the 80s. You're gonna have bad years. Whenever you're doing something for this long, you're gonna have some bad years, dog. Dakota said Paul Levesque supplies his favorite baked goods. Celebrity Richard said they don't want to talk about the good things Vince did, but talk. Bro. Caleb, my bad. It's actually Caleb Richardson. Thank you, dog. They want to talk about all bad, all negative. And I'm speaking of just in wrestling. Outside of WWE, I don't know what's going on with Janelle Grant, what was true and what's not true. I'm not even speaking on that. Of course, if it's true, yeah, man, he should never be in WWE. That's some BS, bro. If it's not true, I think Janelle Grant should be held accountable. But then we're talking about just creatively Vince McMahon in WWE, bro. They just define Vince McMahon as just this horrible booker, and you forgetting everything great that he booked. Even if you want to say it wasn't Vince McMahon, he had a team: Pat Patterson, Michael Hayes, Bruce Richardson, Kevin Dunn, whoever else was helping him. You mean something? Believe it or not, even sometimes Triple H, whoever else was helping him with the booking. Vince Russo in the Attitude Era. It doesn't matter, dog. He knew, he could take people ideas and see a vision, bring something to life. One thing about Vince McMahon, he knew how to curate stars. He knew how to make talent. He knew how to make the big matches, make the big draws. He knew how important it was for kayfabe to not be dead. He knew how important it was not to drown the company and the product out with 100 ads, 100 sponsorships, 100. The ring looks like a tattoo. The ring looks like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Blueface, but the WWE ring looks like Blueface face, a bunch of brands on. It's like, dog, what are we doing? He at least knew these things that kept wrestling sacred, that kept the company sacred. CM Punk is bootlicking Triple H every chance he gets, dog. Oh, snaps. Lurking in the shower said, well, Lurkin Showers said Megan and Ford are friends, even though they dated the same guy. Now, that's kind of crazy. It's not even crazy. That should be more normalized. It's just like, we all grown, man. Tony said CM Pinky. Yo, CM Flunk. Oh, my God. Vince McMahon once said he hates sponsorship ads in the arena. Yo, Jay, facts. It looks stupid. You're trying to wrestle with a big Slim Jim ad in the ring. Dude Wipes, DiGiorno's, Papa John's, GameStop. It's like, they take ads from anybody, man. Hell yeah, preach Bobby. Vince allowed people to hate on him or talk to treat him anyway. Thank you. That was a part of his character. CM Punk, dog, he's really acting like Vince put you on. Triple H ain't put you on. It was Vince. Yo, I would love to hear like an honest take. Yo, CM Punk, what do you feel about the product today? I would love, because all CM Punk does is the softball interviews. CM Punk, hey Phil, you want to get the real interview? You want to be asked the real questions? Come over to Bobby Monsoon channel. Me in the chat, we're going to ask you the real questions. What do you feel about today's product? And it'll be respectfully, though. Because CM Punk get on my nerves, but it's all due respect. What do you think about the product today? What do you think about the 100 ads and the 100 sponsorships in the ring? Honestly, Phil, can you look me in the eye as man to man and tell me the creative that's getting booked for WWE right now is the direction professional wrestling should be going in? Can you honestly say that? Can you honestly say people like Finn Balor, it's just endless people you can name. Ludwig Kaiser, Chad Gable. You could just name all the normal people we always name. You mean to tell me these talented wrestlers that we have on the roster, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, should be getting jobbed out every week? Hey, Phil, do you honestly think that the top stars in our company should be over 50 years old? Do you honestly think all of this is great booking? Stand on something, Punk. God, like, my God. This is the same guy that said the women's war game match will be better than the men's war game match at war. He literally said that. Anybody that watched that women's war game match and to say that was better than the men's war game match? Dog, this dude is the biggest glazer of all time. Dog, I'm so sick of CM Punk, bro. Like, man, we need the old CM Punk more than ever right now, bro. And even if he don't want to ruffle no feathers, cool. Just at least give some type of pushback. The one thing he did give pushback on was said WrestlePalooza name was horrible, and he don't even like saying it. Outside of that, he has glazed every single thing, every single decision. John Cena retiring, Gunther being the guy. He says Jey Uso is one of the most over characters ever. Come on, bro. He never existed. Punk versus Rock 2013. Punk is no longer. Yo, Prince said Punk is no longer human. He AI. That's hilarious, yeah. CM Punk explained the ratings on SmackDown and Raw were always. Yo, that's a fact. Can you explain why SmackDown is so? Remember, SmackDown used to get 2, 3, 4 million. Can CM Punk really, honestly, let's just take this week alone. Can you honestly watch Monday Night Raw, then watch AEW Dynamite, and say that Monday Night Raw was a better show, even with you and Roman at the end? Even with you and Roman at the end. Obafemi. We're taking everything that was included in Monday Night Raw and you put it against Dynamite, even with MJF jobbing at the end. Not jobbing, but you know what I mean, he's looking like a jobber at the end. You're going to honestly say Raw was better than Dynamite? There's no way on the face of this earth you can there's no way. This dude is... Yeah, man. Punk is out of his mind, dog. Seriously, man. But I'm going to bust it up with the chat a little bit before I get up out of here. See him shot. Captain Solo with the $5. Good look at. And let's not forget, it was Sentinel Vince who sold the company to the corporation because he didn't want to leave it to his family. I can't... Yo, Captain Solo, I can't even... What you want me to say? I can't disagree. I can't disagree with you, bro. He could have gave it to Shane. He could have gave it to Stephanie. Maybe he could have. Maybe he couldn't have. I don't know. But it's hard to disagree with that comment, bro. He sold WWE out, man. And now we're dealing with... Yeah. That was real. Bobby searched the rich... He said, "Show if you want to watch the interview." Yeah, I wonder if they got it timestamped though, because they might hit me with a copyright joint. Hold on. The rich, Easton show. Let me see if I can find this joint. Let me see if they timestamped it. Oh, I don't think he uploaded on I'm looking at this joint. I don't think he uploaded anymore on YouTube yet. Or is that... Oh, yeah, no, there it go right there. Let me see if he timestamped it. But Vince would kick CM... Yo, Ed said Vince would demolish CM Punk. Alright, nah, they don't got this joint timestamp. I feel like listening to a 36-minute CM Punk interview, man. CMCTE. Raw had 3 matches Monday. Yeah, it's just like Raw main event was a promo. It's just like, yeah, man. Bobby, how is Noah Nation Gaming? Who Noah Nation Gaming? Who is Noah Nation Gaming? Who is that? That name sound familiar though. The things I don't get is CM Skunk like wrestling. He wants the money. He isn't passionate about it. I don't know, Roshi. I see why you're saying that, cause it seems like he just changed. Maybe yo, you might be right, bro. It's hard to say he's not passionate, but then again, it's like maybe he just lost his passion. Maybe bro just lost his passion. Seriously. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's a hard one, man. Andre versus Kenny beat WWE Raw. Yeah, that match alone. Fearfully confident. CM Punk needs a gimmick change, and it should be Phillip Jack Brooks, the corporate champion. Put him in a suit and watch him come. Yo, let me tell you this. Fearfully confident, that will be fire. If CM Punk changed his gimmick, wore the suit, really was the corporate champion, really did TKO booking, I promise you. I promise you. I don't know how CM Punk isn't backstage pushing for him to do this, because it's who he is probably in real life. Backstage in the creative meetings, everything Triple H says he's putting over. He put that suit on and he goes with that gimmick. He screws. I say he screw. Hold on, dog. I wish I could find this picture, dog. Hold on. Yeah. So. Damn, man. I wish I would have. I wish I could find this picture, man. Hold on, y'all. I can't find this picture, but look at this, y'all. You see this right here? Right here, that top. Imagine CM Punk sell his soul to the final boss. Put the knife in Roman Reigns' back. Roman Reigns, he's pissed off at The Rock. The Rock, WrestleMania 43. Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Saudi Arabia. CM Punk sells his soul to The Rock. Do you understand how fire that will be? If The Rock is back on board and CM Punk went corporate, he sold his soul to The Rock, Roman Reigns is screwed. Lost everything. Come on, bro. Oh, man. It's just... Honestly, Triple H will hear a story like that and find every reason not to do it. Oh, man, we got to worry about merch. We got to worry about this. And this is what we're missing, man. We're missing storylines like this that it just this would just be so captivating, man. The Rock and the Punk and the final. Yo, oh my God, that'd be so fire, bro. He don't like The Rock. Yeah, but now CM Punk, he like money though. Punk might not like The Rock, but he said he's back for the money. You want the bag? You go with the final boss. Because remember, when John Cena went heel, the sheer thought of him being with The Rock, that's what we thought that would have been so fire. Oh, Cena and The Rock? We never seen The Rock team up. You know, The Rock and Roman Reigns, that's expected. But The Rock and like a Cena, The Rock and Punk, not even just The Rock. We're talking about the final boss. Oh my God, that'd be fire. We'll rather bring back Cena. Nah, Cena ain't coming back. And that's how you beat Roman at Mania. Yo, that's the only way. You beat Roman at Mania. Because if Rock gonna be at Mania 43, he's gonna want to sell it right now. You sell Mania 43 right now. You sell it right now. But WWE is scared to take any chances, any risk. Everything has to be safe. So what's the safe way to go for WWE this year? CM Punk and Roman Reigns have a banger. Oh my God, CM Punk retains the title. Roman Reigns loses. That's the safe way to go. Rock did want his champion. Facts. That will feed family. Yo. Yeah, now people can finally stop saying, yo, man, Bobby Masuda always negative with WWE. No, I will be putting that over to the moon, man. Oh, yo, I know Triple GPT. My man Triple GPT, his AI will probably start malfunctioning. The AI will start overheating. Dog, it would be so fire, bro, if that happened, man. But WWE has to do one thing they're allergic to, and that's take risk. They're scared to take a risk, man. They're scared to pull the trigger on anything. Everything has to be safe. You don't get backstage vignettes. You don't get storylines that's like kind of edgy. You don't get anything but the same crap every single week, bro. That's on the level of Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. Yeah. Roman versus the Final Corporation. That would be fire. Triple H will find a way to ruin it by having back. Yo, that is hilarious. The Masked Man. Oh my God, no, that's hilarious. Ruined it by having the Masked Man come out. Oh my God, dog. Damn, man. I hope, and I can't even say I hope. It's just never gonna happen, bro. It ain't, man. You think Paul passed that screen time to his arch rival Dwayne? Never. Yeah. But yo, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna work on this AEW content and getting on the news, man. This is definitely a W stream, man. Let me see where the likes came up at. Oh, we got over 200 likes in the AEW stream. The chat done it again. Shout out the chat, man. Shout out my man Chris Roberson, man. If you still watching, man. Just know, man, I'm the heavyweight champion when it comes to that. When it comes to that powerlifting belt, man. I never got beat with one of these, man. So hopefully, bro, don't call the law on me, man. But yeah, shout out the chat, shout out the stream. This is a fire stream, man. A bunch of fire conversations. You know, watch out for the video tomorrow. It's a lot of news I'm gonna have to cover, man. It's definitely a lot of news, a lot of things we got to talk about. Definitely got to go over everything on Dynamite, man. And yeah, it's gonna be on sometime this afternoon. I'm gonna see if I can make this video a little bit longer because it's a lot of news, man. My ex is hold on, I missed what super chats was missed. Hold on. Hold on, before I bounce, let me see if I missed any super chats. Alright, let me see. How about a shit? Spam. Alright. Real estate company Haitian. Punk lost his dignity to OZ said Punk lost his dignity to get the job. Yeah, nah, he definitely did, OZ. He lost all his dignity. And we forget Vince was at the end. Guys like LA Knight will be fired. Nah, I'm good with Triple H. Vince was centile, had to go. Damn, Captain Solo said he'd rather have Triple H rather than anybody. I think I hit everybody else. TK going, yeah. I think I hit everybody else. If I did forget, miss you, my bad. But I think I got all the super chats. But yeah, definitely W stream, man. The W chat once again. Good looking, over 200 likes, man. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow afternoon. Make sure y'all watch out for the video. Make sure if y'all haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. We try to hit that 18K. That 18K, man. We almost there. Yeah, a lot of good engagements, a lot of good. Yeah, man, I might gotta tell my lady, the old lady, man. I'm sorry, we gotta cancel Valentine's Day. Tony Khan is gonna be in the kitchen cooking. I got better things to do than be sitting up here giving you flowers, doing this, doing that. We gonna have to have a Valentine's Day breakfast. I gotta make sure I'm back home in enough time to catch the GS. I gotta do it for the AEW chat, man. Y'all been showing too much love, man. So yeah, man, definitely stay tapped in. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. It's Bobby Masood 215.